Ho ho, boardies! Welcome to Borderline Games. I am Gareth and this is Danganronpa episode 15. We're at what feels like the end of the third class trial. We know that Hifumi was an accomplice to the murder of Taka, but we are yet to reveal who the mastermind is and how the picture of Hifumi with the robot justice suit came to be. I think we're pretty much done. I'm pretty sure we could get this covered in an hour. I guess let's find out. Quickly load in. Chapter 3. Class Trial Phase 11. I cannot wait to get the class trial done because I'm more comfortable just reading out the voices as opposed to having to commentate every time.
And on top of that,
because otherwise I'm just clicking through.
Early on.
So Byakuya is saying that Celeste has been kind of directing the crowd in order to give Hifumi the chance to move Taka's body, and then Celeste has then betrayed Hifumi in the room in the back of the art class. I can't remember what that one was called. Haha!
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Talking in code.
Why else
screams.
Would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
Oh yeah.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
How would you know that?
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's
She
body
had you all
disappeared,
fooled.
right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Super smug.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
What is he talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Oh, because she said guys, and there was only one guy as far as she knew that was dead.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
She could have just misspoken. Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? Okay.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened,
Buzz.
confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Just like those guys.
Just like those guys died.
Those guys
That
died.
is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
So I guess I have to use that. Yeah, so she should have only known about Hifumi's death and not Taka's. With that in mind, what's so strange about what she said? Okay,
All I said
I've got it.
was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be. We are all going to die here.
Here he comes.
Just like those guys died.
Boom.
No, it's wrong.
J'accuse.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Exactly.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How
Yeah.
did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
Imaginations.
That I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
That's what I want to know.
Has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
How indeed.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
It could be a picture of Hifumi carrying Hiro away
Surely
in the
there
suit.
are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No. There
But then
is
why would
no
they just
other
randomly take a picture of it? As evidence. Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is they were dancing! Hifumi's dragging the suspect away, or they've been suspected of been drinking. This one.
I got it!
Got it.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Exactly.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've
Hero.
simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
The other thing is, it could be empty.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
It's a very suspicious laugh.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Don't you see?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
You try me like a bad guy.
Ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Ah, but it's impossible to
The
be...
person inside the suit was unconscious.
It's impossible to bend
There's
over.
no way they could stand up.
Haha.
What's wrong?
Jack Hughes.
No.
It doesn't bend in the middle.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
He wouldn't need to be in the suit. They could just do it without him in the suit.
Well then,
That's so
I
stupid.
suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate? What do you mean, checkmate?
She's letting her mask slip.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
You know she means business when she has that ring out.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Remember the name? Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Hakakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
She's just making it up.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Okay, how did he refer to us? He gave everyone nicknames. Did he give us nicknames? He said for serious a lot. You say people's last names.
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly.
I guess he
I
did.
know I heard him say Mr.
Oh, he did do
more than
that.
once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name.
Hagakure. Hagakure.
I'm sure it was
I can't
just
say it.
incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Okay.
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to,
Is there?
and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Is her name Celeste Yasuhiro?
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What?
You look a bit like a loser.
I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open.
Wide.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Make your argument. We can look at her e-book, e-handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
What is it?
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's
I have with the e-handbook. Oh no, I missed. Oh god damn it. I'll do it again. If I remember, there's something here that shows its owner's real name. It's the e-handbook. I'm sure Kyoko mentioned something like that at some point. It may not be related to the case, but it might come in handy anyway.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do
I'm gonna
I
get all these
tell
pink
you?
pink sentences.
My name is... Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending.
The
It's
truth.
The truth.
You can't handle the truth.
And since you have no way to contradict...
Oh,
No, that's wrong.
J'accuse.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yeah. Yeah, he did say that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Oh yeah?
Celeste,
You're going to jail.
can you please just tell us what really happened?
By which I mean you're going to be executed.
Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because
She's a trooper.
because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
This is the closing argument.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
To an end! Begin. Okay. That. Okay. Well, okay, well I can see. Oh, what number was it that hit? Oh, Justice Hammer 3. Okay. So what is this? This? Was it past 7? And what is this? Is this the note? Why are the crisps there? What? This hasn't got anything to do with anything, right? Oh, was it 1 o'clock? No, hang on. I crammed him in there. I feel like 1 o'clock, they invited him there. Right there. Okay. Okay. What's that there? Well, yeah, so this has got to be where the picture was taken. So what is this? Can't be that. This? Like he's like, whoa, what's going on here? Okay. It says Justice Hammer 4 here. So this can't be right. Right, 3. We just got a Justice Hammer 4 one. That's bloody, so it can't be that. Okay. So this has got to be... No, because... Okay. Oh, this is past 6, not... Yes. Got all of those. Okay. So then we have Bloody Hammer. And then... Oh yeah, he was hitting the library, wasn't he? So then he was taken to the nurse. Okay. So he splashed everything all over himself, made himself look all bloody. I'm stuck here. Okay. Oh, his wasn't 3. His was 2. And then he was hit with 3? He put 3 down? Okay. Alright. Yeah, moved Taka. And then the last thing is this. Let me just double check that. He agrees with our murderer. At 1 o'clock, Hero appears. They trap him. Take her a picture in the suit. He then goes and hits Taka with number 4. There's number 4. He then fakes being hit with number 2. He then goes to the nurse's office and gets hit with number 3. And then our murderer then kills the accomplice.
Here's exactly what happened.
Fingers
Before
crossed.
anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Just cross one though, because otherwise it's bad luck.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Tick, tick, tock, tock.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. when they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Good so far. Boom.
And
Just
then
after
finally,
6. I keep on seeing that as after
they
7.
moved into the
So I
murder
was super
phase
confused
and
about
they
that.
called Taka to the equipment room.
Is the right one?
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
The thing I don't get is why stuff Hero into a locker? Why not just wait for him to awake and find what he's done? Because otherwise it's clear that he's been trapped in some locker. Like he
Next,
couldn't have
they
got in there.
falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks,
You
the
know,
killers pretended
wouldn't be
to
in there,
the
would he?
victims to
You guys know what I'm
solidify
talking
Robo
about.
Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
But why would he do that? It's so stupid.
We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Also, you could kill someone with a hammer no matter how small it is.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly
mistake.
what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
Quite an elaborate plan where a lot of things could have gone wrong.
Meanwhile,
That's Danganronpa for
the
you.
other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Very Jonathan Creek. You just want to kill someone and put them in a
The nurse's
bath of acid or
office,
something.
And Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Oh,
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
repository. That's what it's called.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even
Did I do good? Did I do good?
what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Gonna kiss? You missed.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
Sorry, you lose. Boom.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
You shouldn't have gambled it all.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I,
Private instructor.
Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Ah.
Taiko?
Tahiko.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to
Whoa, she sounds different.
Interesting.
It was all an act. Dum dum. A B A. I'll take an A. Nice.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
In it.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please
Okay.
remember and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Fun. Ding. Da da da. It's basically a formality at this point. Oh, it's basically a formality at this point. But once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer, who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lundenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality. Lying. My speciality, don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use... you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right, to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Oh, alter ego. Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
And don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it had disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then, it's hard for me to even say, he abused me. Oh my god.
what?
What? And he He took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. Wow. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And all he can do to keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear!
I have to save her!
Actually,
I love that voice he does. Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad. It would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah. It was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Wow. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Oh, she's cold. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he believed that! Well, of course that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was... While you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody would doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent, in fact. Hifumi ate it all up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course! There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
Yeah, that's right, she's been saying that we should stay here. All along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
You little bitch! Obviously, that was a lie. Ugh.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
They should have probably spread those out a little more. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle, of course. A castle. What? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
Fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. I think I should be a that. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream until the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you're really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavour. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realise you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette. You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked at me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie, and that weak fake smile is what betrayed her. She gonna die in like a roulette table or something? You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay for the price. Now then,
A very special punishment.
for her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
Oh, this is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
What?
Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
What's not important?
Well then,
Sounds like it's important.
take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Interesting. Kaboom! Is it a roulette table? Some kind of gambling thing. Oh no, it's a castle. I was way off. The burning of the Versailles? Versailles? Which? I'd not like to be burned to death. That would suck. Oh look, there's big flames. She's gonna be hit by the truck. Almost seems like the fire was pointless. It was taken away from her. Okay. Quite long. It's over. Third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad. Yes, it is. But that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? Oh, that's Makato. How long are you going to make us go through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey,
So, what's the deal with that?
what?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What? Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Oh, alter ego's there. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why? Exactly, are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You! Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are going together. Ah, does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Interesting. I tried to forget what Hina said. Immediately. Because it was gross. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah? Let's have a look.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet for the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a while longer. So, now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
you.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No. I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? I don't. Isn't it obvious? I mean, she's clearly a red herring. Isn't it obvious people believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see? Ooh. What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Oh, that's the girls' one. Okay. Okay. Way in the back? Oh, is it just here? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? Okay. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I was being yanked in... Oh, it span round. Gashonk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Bah bump! I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet, and way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Nothing over there. And nothing over there, so let's just have a look at these two things. There's a bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? It says you must not leave. You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave. What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. No! I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. It's all gone. Ugh. Ow! Apparently something hit me, and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. Okay. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty. Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor on the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. What is that noise? That sound. It's coming from... the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Crack. Duga. Kagunk. Bagya. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Catcha. Bakyu. Hagagya. Haya. Paching. Bakya. Da-da-dun. Sha-sha-sha-sha-sha-sha. Ooh! Sakura. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless I couldn't stop staring. Sakura. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Ooh. The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay,
Okay.
but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be? The mastermind spy is... Chapter 3, A Next Generation Legend Stand Tall Galactic Hero. Oh, complete. 7 left. That was by far the best episode. I can't wait for the next one. But we will continue that next time. Ooh, got an item. You received the Super Robo Justice present. We will continue this next time on Borderline Games. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.